Hey everybody, this is my 125 gallon native tank. I'm going to make this a fairly short video. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Look at the way this crayfish is crawling with its tail curled under like that. I had some crayfish the other day in here that I was kind of hoping at the time what I was witnessing was mating behavior, but I couldn't swear to it because I don't know what it looks like. I had several other people suggest that what I was looking at was mating behavior though, so I'm hoping that I'm going to have a pregnant female in here, or what they call with berry. They actually have bunches and bunches of little eggs. It looks like big clusters of berries, and they hold them underneath their tail, and they sort of curl their tail around to protect them. So the way that one was crawling with a curled tail like that was interesting, but it doesn't seem to be with berry, as they say. That's not actually why I wanted to have a look at this tank here. That was just something I noticed while I started filming. You never know what you're going to get. I've had a lot of people suggest and recommend and ask that I put some snails in this tank. I've never had any luck with the mystery snails or the nearite snails, and I didn't want to put any nuisance type snails in here, any pond snails or any of the ram's horn snails or anything like that. I was at the big chain pet store today, however, and they had black mystery snails that were absolutely gorgeous and huge. Things like the size of a golf ball. So I double checked, and they've got their 2-week guarantee. If it dies, as long as I've got my receipt, I'll be able to take it back. So I got not one, but 2 of them. So I don't know if the crayfish will get to them on the bottom. If they stay up on the glass like this, they'll completely be safe. But I don't know how well they're going to fare on the rocks like this. We'll have to wait and see. But I know you can't see the one we just looked at here up on the glass because of where it is, but trust me, it looks at least as good as the one we're looking at. Really, really cool markings on there. Really cool colors in it. It's not black at all. It's got sort of dark stripes in it, but it's got some really, really neat coloration in it. So I'm excited. I hope they do well, and I hope they survive. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, I've never had much luck with these. I don't know what it is. You'd think a snail would be able to live in just about any kind of water, and long ago I gave up trying to keep these. The nearite snails are the same way. I gave up trying to keep the nearite snails. I've tried to keep the nearite snails in brackish water, and they never seem to do anything. So I don't know what it is with trying to keep snails in my water. So that's one little update I wanted to show everybody there. I'm actually in the middle of doing some work down here, so we're just going to get a little brief update on a few tanks here. It's my Black Ghost knife fish tank. I did a before and after video the other day, but I was using my other camera, and I did it over the course of 2 days, and it didn't come out really well, at least in my opinion, as far as the way the before and after aspect of it would look. But this tank is really bright now. One of the tubes that I took out of here, I had a burned out tube in it, and it was one of those weird Color Max tubes that has a strange, I don't know, they're hard to explain, but they don't put a lot of light in the tank, put it that way. And so, being that's the one that burned out, I replaced it with a brand new 6500K high output T5. So I now have 4 high output T5s on this tank. They're 54 watts a piece. So that's a lot of light on this tank. I'm happy to say that now that I'm finished with my double whammy, I did the blue-green slime stain remover in this tank. I then did the red slime stain remover, the red cyanobacteria stain remover, and you can really see how all that reddish brown rusty looking stuff has just sort of died off. I did get in here with my razor blade scraper and scraped all the glass down, so if you didn't see that other video, you can see now how good the back looks, and the sides are all nice and clear. All that weird green tufted stuff on the wood back there, for the most part, has died off and is gone. And I've been looking this whole time hoping to see one of them, and I don't yet, although you might have spotted one on camera somewhere by now that I've missed. I put 2 new fish in this tank today. That's what the update on this tank is, not the water change and cleaning. I'm just kind of mentioning that. The update is I took my 2 fish out of quarantine and put them in this tank. One of them is a rubber lip Pleco, and then the other one is a Bristlenose Pleco. I don't know yet if it's male or female. But I now have one of each in here, and with all of that stuff now killed off, I'm hoping to see some really serious cleaning going on, and hopefully this tank is going to look nice and bright and pretty. And in the very near future, I'm going to be getting in here and doing some minor rescaping. I just want to open it up a little more. The black ghost knife fish in here is getting really big. It lives in this little cave here. I know that looks like a small cave, and it is low and flat, but there's a lot of room inside there. It goes all the way back underneath of that big piece of wood back there. It's all the same sort of open space that fish can move around in. So it's got more room than it looks like, but it is low and flat, and it's impossible to see in there, and it just collects detritus and everything else. So this tank is definitely going to need a little rework here in the near future. And I guess we're not going to get to see those fish in this video because I don't see them anywhere. So we're going to move along, and I'm going to show you this tank. And this is going to be the end of the video because this tank is currently filling, and we've got about that much time left before the video is over, because I'm going to have to go turn the tank off. No new fish in this tank, just the treatment. We're doing the red slime cyanobacteria on this one. I didn't even bother with the green slime because I don't really have much in the way of the green slime in here, but you can see this dark brown stuff all over everything. I do believe that is a lot of that red cyanobacteria in there, and we're going to try killing it off. So today we finished the first 2 days worth of treatment, and I went in. We're doing a water change right now. As soon as I'm done this water change, we're going to dump another dose in. We're going to do a second day of treatment. That's what the air bubbles are all about. So I'm going to get going. I'm going to finish this off. But last, I want to point out, I did cut 2 chunks of Anubias out. This one, I believe, came from over here. And you can see, I guess you can kind of see that, it's really nasty and gross looking. But it's also a nice big chunk of rooted Anubias, so I really don't know what I'm going to do with that. For now, it's going to go in a bucket. Maybe I'll try treating it in a bucket, and if I can get that cleaned up, that's a good, valuable chunk of Anubias, and I can do something with that. And hang on, sorry about looking at the floor for a minute. And then there's the other piece that I cut off of this side. So, likewise, nice big, rooty rhizome there. But it looks disgusting. So we'll see. But I'm going to call that good. We're pretty much full. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, this one is my T-bar tank. So thanks again, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.